All right, I'm putting the camera on you ladies this morning. The camera's going to be 100% on you and 0 on me because you look fabulous for a Monday morning.
Listen, I made it home
Oh,
early
boy.
from the pub last night. I was home at 9:30.
Yeah, was it late? Was it a late night?
No, that's
No,
an early night for her.
that's
9:30.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people at the pub last night.
Yeah, quite a few.
Normal
Watching
amount
the
for a
game?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Nice to have you in here, and thank you for being here, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Sandy, tell us about you. This is your first time on the air.
It is. Along with these ladies, this will be my first year participating in this derby.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun, great group of people, and we like the cause.
And Cindy, everyone knows you, but for the folks that don't, that are watching, listening right now, tell us who you are and why you're here.
Well, my name is Cindy Wade, and Lonny was my husband, and I'm just here to support these wonderful ladies and in this cause.
Yeah. And Lonnie passed away 2 years ago.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
2 years ago.
Ago. Wow. It's a fast 2 years.
Yes and no.
Yeah, yeah. And Lindsay, obviously, many people know you. Owner of the pub right there in Williamstown. Not surprising at all that you grabbed the wheel on this right off when Lonnie passed. And whose idea was it to do an ice fishing derby?
So we had a few different people that were involved. We wanted to obviously do something that was something that Lonnie really enjoyed, and I had a few friends of ours that were involved in the first year and haven't been able to help in the past 2 years, but so it was our friend Todd's idea, including mine and his son Chris Wade. We thought that would be like a good way to keep his memory alive and do something fun that gets the community together. So it was kind of our idea, and we threw it together the first year in 2 months, maybe a little less than 2 months. And it ended up being like a huge event right off. So then we were a little bit more prepared the next year, and we started after the holidays. So we only had 3 months, not even 3.5, or no, 2.5 months, the second year to prepare. So then this year we started 6 months in advance. So we're like, we feel good about where we're at now. So, but there's a group of us, there's 5 of us ladies that have been working extremely hard. So Holly Patterson, Kim Dexter, Cindy Wade, Sandy Schmidt, and myself, Lindsay Contois. We meet every Tuesday at the pub, and we, figure things out for about an hour or two, depending on how many things we need to go over. And yeah,
It's a lot of work.
it is a lot of work.
I'll say, no surprise that first year with Williamstown, just the community rallying and making it happen and volunteering and jumping up and stepping forward with getting it done to pull it off. No surprise.
Yeah, definitely. We have one of the strongest communities, I feel like, or ever, like anywhere.
I know. We talk about that all the time. And Vermont is like that too. And it's amazing because if Vermonters do something great, it always turns into an annual thing.
Yes, for
Always.
sure.
Well, what are you going to do next year? Well, we weren't thinking about next year, but my God, I mean, is this really going to continue for a long time?
I mean, that's our plan. We definitely, this year, obviously, like I said, we've a lot more prepared. We are officially a nonprofit corporation. We have a scholarship fund in place and a bank account and everything. We have a secretary, treasurer,
President.
yeah. And, Cindy has this really lovely letter that she puts out to the schools so that we can, get kids to apply for our scholarship, which we can talk about later. What's the criteria that we're looking for?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Let's drop the main points right now. When it's going to be, where it's going to be, what the hours are,
Okay. So,
and the differences between this
Yeah.
year and last year.
yeah. So as we are growing and evolving and being more organized, it's a lot bigger this year than it was. It's not just a one weekend event. So, the kickoff party, pre-registration party is February 11th at the pub. It starts at 5 p.m. So you can come in and pre-register for the Derby. And then after the pre-registration party, kickoff party, the Necks will be playing. I don't know if you've heard of the Necks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Northeast Kingdom. No?
No, I don't. Is that what the Necks stands for?
I don't know.
I gotta ask Pat.
I think.
So they're gonna be playing that night, which will be awesome to just have everybody there all ready for the party, and then we can dance and have drinks and dinner and that kind of thing afterwards.
And you can get sweatshirts and T-shirts and tickets for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll have our prize a day, month of May tickets, which is a raffle that we do. R&L is sponsoring us, and they're donating a gun at cost so that we can do a gun raffle that day as well.
Wow.
And then obviously our registration tickets. So then we'll have registration tickets for our dinner and for the Derby. So we're going to have an awards ceremony after the Derby this year with a dinner.
Okay.
But the Derby is going to be March 11th.
Yep.
4th.
Oh, sorry. March 4th. Sorry. The Derby is going to be March 4th.
Yep.
I apologize. And that starts at midnight, March 4th. And then the last weigh-in is at 6 p.m., March 4th. So then we're going to have an entire week to put together all the prizes and everything. And then on March 11th will be our silent auction, award ceremony. 90 Proof will be playing that night.
And that's going to be at the Canadian Club.
At the Canadian Club, yep.
And the Derby is at Lake Maury again this year.
Yes.
Yes. You said the final weigh-in was 6 p.m. also on March 4th. So this is going from midnight until 6 p.m.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. And that's a Saturday.
Yep.
March
Correct.
4th. Yeah. You think there'll be any fools out on the ice at midnight on Saturday night?
There always has been.
Folks
Yeah.
stay out on the ice.
Oh yeah.
They love it.
Sleep out there.
They do.
Like literally there was a whole shanty town at the north end of Lake Maury last year, and people, I don't know, there was probably like 30, 40 shanties up at the top, and literally people were there from like Thursday to Monday. They, you know what I mean? They sleep in them. They're die hard. They fish all night, all day.
So tell me a little bit more on the kickoff party. When that start? You said that starts at 5 p.m. on February 11th.
Yes.
All right. Boy, that's going to be here soon.
Yeah. It's not
Today's the 30th.
right. So not this coming
Damn.
weekend, but the Saturday after.
Logistically, there's an awful lot to this, isn't there?
Yes, for sure.
This is not just hey, let's meet out in the ice and do some ice fishing.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have to get permits from Vermont State, the Fish and Wildlife. We have to, there's lots of different things that we have to do to make sure that this is going forward. And also we're not like breaking any laws.
Yeah.
and the nice thing this year too is, there's some people that don't care to go ice fishing, but they can still be part of this fundraiser just by going for the dinner and dance at the Canadian Club.
Yeah.
So it'll
Right.
be good.
Yeah, that's super important. And we've seen other fundraising efforts do similar things where, you know, just capitalizing on people showing their support. So if
Yeah.
they're not around on the 4th, they can still be part of this, still get apparel, and still show up and have a good time and be part of this whole experience. It's incredible. Year number 3. So where have the past years where proceeds have gone?
Do you want to talk about that?
Well, we the first year, the proceeds went to me.
Went to the family.
Yeah, yeah.
And the second year, last year, we had, like Lindsay was saying, I put a letter out to Central Vermont schools, and for students to apply for a scholarship for a student that was going into a trade. And we're kind of been tweaking that a little bit this year to include a little bit more, and that'll be on the letter when it goes out. But yeah, so this last year we gave out 2 $1,000 scholarships, and maybe this year, depending on how everything goes, and everything just keeps getting more expensive. So,
Sure.
but we'll do at least $2,000 scholarships, and who knows, they might be able to be more. I'd like to see maybe 3 scholarships go out. So, yeah.
That's really cool. When you give out those scholarships, do we see this on the page on the Lonny Wade Ice Fishing Memorial Ice Fishing Derby Tournament?
Yeah. So Cindy did post last year about it. Also, that's like a lot. It sounds like we're just like handing money over to kids too, but that's not the case either. I mean,
Sure.
she makes it so that the school's involved. They
Yeah.
get half of the money, and then after their first semester in school, they get the other half of the money, and they need to meet a certain criteria and make sure that their grades are up to par, and that we're not wasting the money.
Sure.
Exactly.
And we want to make sure that it's going towards their education.
Sandy, tell me a little bit more about what you do with all of this and how you're connected.
So myself and Holly, what we do for this is we sell the fishing derby tickets. So we've got a big hand in selling tickets. The morning of, we will be out on the ice selling tickets. There was a lot of sales we got on the ice last year in the morning, right on the ice. So
I'm sure.
last minute folks, we sold a lot of tickets that way. And, we keep track of that, and we should be distributing tickets this week, I believe. We're going to meet tomorrow evening. We're going to hand those out to Fogs over in Fairleigh and R&L here in Berry City.
Wonderful.
And,
Prices?
of course, the pub.
Yeah. What about last year? Who got some prizes for fish?
Oh my goodness, I can't even remember. We have it all. If I could look back and see, but I don't remember people's names from last year. There was
some young kids.
Yeah,
too,
so
that scored
that
big.
Well,
that's
tell them
part
what
of it.
your categories
Yeah,
are,
okay.
and
Yep, you want the categories?
sure.
So the categories of fish are, excuse me just a second, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, pike, perch, and pickerel. I think I might have one of those incorrect.
And you have a
chain
youth.
pickerel. Excuse
Okay.
me. And we have categories for youth and adults
All right.
in those same classes of fish.
What about food?
Yeah,
Talk to me.
We have decided not to do the food this year on the ice.
On the ice.
It is so hard to keep things warm.
Yeah.
It's so hard with like the generators and everything. And we tried it for 2 years, and it just
Did a hell of a job too. I mean, it was pretty amazing.
And it was, but that's why we decided to do our food at the award ceremony at the Canadian Club on March 11th.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a dinner, and so if you can't get a derby ticket but still want to participate, you can buy a dinner ticket. So we have separate boxes on our registration tickets this year. So you can buy a fishing derby ticket for $25, or you can buy a dinner ticket for $25, and that includes the entertainment of the night, a full dinner at the Canadian Club, and you can also see the silent auction items. Or you can get a combination for the derby and dinner for $35.
Wow, that's great.
And then for children, it's $15 for the derby, $15 for the dinner, or $25 for a combo dinner and derby.
You got to do that.
Yeah.
You
Our,
have to.
our youth age is 14 and under this year.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. And the bands, you said 90 proof at the Canadian Club.
Yes.
On the 11th.
Yes.
And yeah, the Northeast
Experience, that's what it
the
was.
Northeast experiment. Yeah, I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
Great bands, and they're I mean it's awesome that they're willing to do this as
Yeah,
well.
and they're all local people, and we've all gotten to know them personally, just from them personally coming and supporting our fundraisers, and yeah, so
I told Todd and obviously Chris, and I think I've told you as well, all three of you, that I never met Lonny, and I don't know, it kind of bugged me a little bit that I never met him. Probably was at some points within shoulder length of him, I'm sure, in my crossings over the years, but I never really got to know. I never knew him. I never got to know him, but he was such a, from what I hear from everyone, he was just such a down to earth, humble guy, and would just do anything for anybody.
yeah.
Absolutely.
What happened? Did he die suddenly?
He did.
Okay.
Well, he had not been feeling well for a while, but he was one of these guys that wouldn't go to the doctors. So everybody go to the doctors, get your annual physicals, because it could save your life. But, he found out he had cancer a week before he died. So, yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah. And it just sent, for someone who didn't know Lonny, I was kind of hit broadside with that. I mean, the ripple effect went through the community very quickly and found its way here in 0.2 seconds. And I was just like, okay, don't know Lonny, but obviously this is huge, and we need to jump on here and promote whatever's going on, whatever anyone is doing.
Thank you.
He would have been out there on the ice.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Understatement.
They probably would have had shorts on with tall socks and a flower print button up.
And some flip-flops.
Oh,
He
no.
might have had sneakers on in March.
No,
but-
Lonny was a clog wearer. He wore clogs all the time. Slip-on clogs.
My God.
Too funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a very distinct attire
Yeah.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we were laughing last night. Bill says, I'll never forget the time they had the ugly sweater contest at the pub. And I bought Lonny this really nice sweater. It had a deer on the front, and then the back of it had the backside of the deer with a big pom-pom. And I went in the women's department, and I bought him a pair of leggings that had Rudolph all over them.
I remember that.
He had really skinny legs.
Oh my goodness.
Did he win?
Bill's like, I'll never forget Lonny coming in with those leggings on. His legs were about this big around.
Did he win?
I can't even
Oh, I think
remember.
we did win first place
I
that
bet you
year.
did. Oh my goodness.
He sounds like me. I don't give a shit. You just
Yeah,
go out
he
and have
doesn't.
fun.
No,
You know,
he was.
I'd go out and do errands on Saturday morning, and I'd come home, and he'd be out there on the lawn tractor mowing the lawn in his underwear and a t-shirt
Yeah.
with a beer, and I'd be like, "You need to put pants on." And he goes, "I have
do, yeah.
pants on."
You do that?
I do that.
Oh,
I do the
my-
same thing.
Underwear, poop boots, and a sombrero.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh gosh.
yeah. I forgot about the sombrero. Well, it's just a big wide brim hat, but some say sombrero. But yeah, Crocs, underwear.
Yeah.
What else?
No,
You know.
you had your poop boots on.
Yeah, I did actually. Raylene showed up at the house unexpectedly. But listen, he was comfortable.
Yeah, I guess.
was
He didn't
comfortable.
care. He said, "I have pants on."
Wow. So tell me a little bit about his life. What did he do? What was he involved with? What did he love?
Oh gosh. Well, I'll tell you, we were 5 months short of our 40th anniversary. We got married on his 20th birthday, and he was a police officer. His dad was a state trooper, Vermont state trooper, and ended up retiring as a captain and was involved with the fire service. And so Lonny was involved with all of that stuff. As a kid growing up, he, was really interested in law enforcement. And so he became a police officer, and he couldn't go any further than local because he had problems with his eyesight. So he ended up getting out of that and doing some different things throughout the years, and then got interested in public safety, and I don't know if you know Dick Wabi or not. He's very, very good
Very
friends
well.
with Dick. And,
When's Dick coming on?
Wednesday.
yeah.
Dick will be on here Wednesday.
So
that's
Lonny
that's
was,
going to be pay-per-view, by the way.
Oh boy. Lonny
Wabi's-
was really involved with the whole renovation of the Associated General Contractors building in Montpelier. Spent a lot of time there, did a lot of stuff with Dick and Tracy Kelly, who now works, she's like the assistant, I guess, for the governor. But, excuse me, got really involved with doing OSHA and MSHA and all of that. So then he started his own business and went and did safety classes for companies. And I have to laugh because this job that I had, I'm out there one day in the parking lot, and there's these guys that are working on the roof, and I'm like, "Hey, you don't have safety harnesses." I was like, wait a minute. He's rubbing off on me now, It's like, but yeah.
I don't think I ever told you this, but that reminded me, it like sparked a memory that it was one early morning and I was down at the pub and he was coming down to help me with like one of our fundraisers that we did. And I think he was making his seafood chowder down there or something. But anyways, I was hanging up a sign and I had a ladder on top of a table.
Oh no.
Something up. And he was so mad at me. He was like, it was
what
like
else
a
are you supposed
4-foot
to
ladder on top of like a bar top table. So
yeah.
I was like,
Well, he would have told you, and he probably did, that most accidents in the workplace happen from ladders.
yeah, oh yeah.
And you can
oh,
die falling off a 4-foot ladder.
I know. I was just like,
Were you
it
able
needed
to?
to be done, and I was the only one here.
Were you able to get the banner up without
Yeah,
Lonny getting on your ass anymore?
I did get it up, but we figured out a different way to get it up.
Yeah. Oh my God, he is such. It sounds like he was just a freaking. I would have loved the guy.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
you would have. He was a lot of fun.
I don't think there was anybody that didn't love him.
How often would he come into the pub?
6 days a week?
Hourly.
maybe?
Hourly.
Hourly.
How many times would he come into the pub? Wow.
Yeah, well,
Well-
and nothing personal, but I'd say to him,
Yeah.
can we please go like someplace else tonight? And he'd go, nope. If we're not going to the pub, we're staying home. And I'd be like, okay, let's go to the pub.
Right?
Did he love kids?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Yeah.
Yes. I didn't know Lonnie very personally myself, but I saw them in there frequently. I'd go with my son a lot, and they were always there. And he would give Corbin dollars for games.
I told him
all
one
the
day, I
time.
was like, you got to stop giving these strange kids money.
Right.
I said, the parents are going to think you're a pervert or something. And he was
Especially
like,
if you're-
well, because he'd say, here's $5. Put this in your piggy bank, And the kid would be like, that guy just gave me $5.
Yeah, that guy just gave me $5, and I
I
swear
never
I saw
thought
him.
about it that way because
Oh, yes.
I know him
I didn't think it was
personally.
creepy.
I know, but I could see how if a strange man gave my daughters money, how I would say that.
Right.
Yeah. I would
I
be
saw
like,
that guy mowing his lawn with coconuts on in a grass skirt and some flip flops in his underwear.
and now he's giving my
now
kid
it's-
money.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he was
Wow.
a character.
So this is going to be this is going to be a full day of ice fishing starting March 4th, Lake Maury, where it's been in the past,
Yes.
and it's going to wrap up with the last weigh at 6 p.m.
Yes.
and then that's that. So we have 3 big dates. We have February 11th, which is the kickoff, right at the pub.
Yep.
We have the Derby itself, which is March 4th, and then we have the silent auction on March 11th.
Yep. With the dinner and 90 Proof will be playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna
We're
be
doing the
big
awards.
this year.
We're going to present the awards to the winners also that evening.
That night. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's going to be. I'm hoping that's going to be big, but I know that there's been a lot of people that are really excited about us doing an award ceremony the next week, and especially people that, I mean, like Cindy doesn't really like the cold,
Right.
so people like that they'll still be able to contribute and come and support the scholarship fund, and yeah. It makes it so that there's something for everyone.
Yeah, it's spread out, which, frankly, we need that during the winter. We're all going batshit crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there enough ice out there, though?
Oh,
There will be.
no, I
Yes.
got a report the other day. One of our friends stopped there and said there was at least 5 inches.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's good.
That's better.
That's good.
So, and then after this week,
Yeah, this week is supposed. We got a little snap coming.
yeah.
This has been something. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
no, it's good.
This has been something that we worry about for the past 3 years.
Sure.
We've been like, okay, well, the first week of March is definitely it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's gonna
Yeah.
be
Right.
60 degrees or if it's gonna be negative 20. You
Sure.
know.
It's Vermont.
It's been both.
Exactly. So, we've just decided to stick with that weekend because that's the weekend that we did it originally. So that's another thing, though, that gives us a cushion is having the events spread out from 3 different, weekends between the kickoff party, the derby, and the awards ceremony with dinner at the Canadian Club. If for some reason one of those weekends didn't work, we're still putting into the scholarship fund.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Of course. Who's doing all your merchandise? Let's give a shout out to them.
Ooh, Yipes.
Excellent.
Yipes, right here in Barrie.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, and the merch will be available at the kickoff party, but maybe also March 11th. Maybe.
We are going to see how the merch goes.
Yeah.
And it gives us a little bit of time that, let's say, we sell out at
Sure.
the kickoff party. We have time to get a few
Sure.
more things before,
And what are those? Sweatshirts,
sweatshirts
t-shirts?
and t-shirts.
Okay.
Yep.
That's it. No hats or anything.
No, we threw around the idea of getting hats and maybe koozies this year, but we just never pulled the trigger on it. So it's just t-shirts and sweatshirts.
What
this
about
year.
some, hideously ugly pineapple shorts or something like that?
I
In
know.
tribute to Lonnie.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we should encourage people to wear that while they're fishing.
Yeah.
That would be
Either that
hilarious.
or wear it the night of the
Ooh,
dinner.
That's a good idea too.
Yeah.
Look at this. We're getting new ideas. I like it.
Wow.
Okay, we got to talk
You
about
know,
that.
I'm writing it down.
Okay, cool. I'm like, we got to talk about that tomorrow night at the
Got it.
meeting.
So you guys have been meeting every once a week, every Tuesday for a while now.
Yeah,
trying
it'll
to
be
hammer
like
this
6
all-
months.
Yeah, it's been quite some time.
Before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Yeah, like way before. I feel like we started meeting like right after. We started meeting before Halloween, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
How are you gonna handle this kickoff party on February 11th with the food and running around like you are? How are you gonna do that?
I don't really know how I do it. I just put a smile on my face and just roll with the punches.
And mom kicks ass.
Oh, my mom's amazing.
Yeah.
My father's amazing. I wouldn't be able to run the pub without them. Obviously, my mom's a co-owner with me, and yeah, it's definitely a family affair. And then even like my brother or my husband or whatever, anybody we need to pull in, we're thankful to have a supportive family.
That night, but might be the night where these guys are working.
They'll be there.
Yeah,
And if I need help, then they'll help.
sure.
Definitely.
That sounds like a great time.
Yep.
This scholarship is amazing here. $2,000 has gone out already, and this is year number 3.
Yes.
Wow. And it's designed for a graduating senior, high school senior,
Yes.
that's going into the trades.
Yes. And there is specific criteria. It's not for all trades. It's for a lot of trades, but it's for trades that Lonny really supported.
Yeah.
That Cindy and her son, Chris, they put together, and they were like, these are the criteria that we want to stick by that Lonny really supported.
Yeah.
So
And Dick Wabi will be in here. What did you say, Wednesday? Yeah. He'll be in Wednesday, and he'll be, of course, talking more about this. It's wonderful stuff that you're doing, and kudos to Holly and Kim as well, and Todd. Todd, who didn't he come up from like Massachusetts, met Lonny, became friends with Lonny real quickly and easily, and just like fell in love with the guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Todd's still involved.
No, he's not. He was really only involved that first year.
Okay.
But
okay.
no, he's doing well and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, again, you guys are doing great work, and I'm so happy that it's going to happen again. Vermonters love this kind of stuff. Not only are we having a great time, but we're serving a great cause by producing a scholarship for a graduating senior, and most importantly, we're doing all of this in honor of Lonny Wade.
You know, I got to tell you, last year we were, a lot of people stayed at the Lake Maury Inn, and there was this family that was staying there. They were from like Massachusetts or something like that.
They're from Mass. I know exactly the family you're talking
their
about.
little boy was having so much fun, and he left with a sweatshirt that said Lonny Wade Memorial Scholarship on the back of it, or Memorial Fishing Derby.
Yep.
And I thought to myself, how cool. I mean, and it's like, you know, and I'll be sitting at the pub and somebody will walk in and they have one of those sweatshirts on, and it just makes my heart so happy to see my husband's name out there just walking around, you know,
That's right.
and supporting him, so and keeping his memory alive.
It's his legacy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We had families last year from Maine and New Hampshire as well.
Yeah.
So I met that family at the pub, and they were coming up for a weekend to go ice skating at Lake Maury, and I was like, "Oh, did you know we're having a fishing derby that weekend?" And so, anyways, long story short, they the father and son got registration tickets, and they went and got fishing stuff.
Oh my!
And that was the first year. So they came back last year, and then I'm assuming they're coming back this year too.
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome to see them.
Proud of you guys. Big time. Anything else that we can think to close out here?
I just wanted to give a shout out to our sponsors. So, Fogs and Fairleigh, they will be selling registration tickets. R&L Archery, they will be selling registration tickets. The pub in Williamstown, we will be selling registration tickets. Lowry's Auto is a sponsor. Myers, Aired Out, Shangra's Truck and Trailer Repair, Stillwater Graphics, Isham Berwick, and Culture Crafts Sandblast are our sponsors this year.
It's awesome.
Yes.
You're always looking for more sponsors.
Always.
And
Silent auction items,
we're
too.
gonna be hitting the streets too, looking for donations for our silent auction.
Okay,
So,
great. Please be generous, folks, if you can. This is great. Love it. You guys know, Lindsay, of course you know, but just make sure that y'all know anytime you come in here, we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. So, especially this.
Thank
So,
you guys so
you.
much.
anytime. All right. Good luck with everything. And we'll be promoting the crap out of it. Raylene's hitting it real hard on Aired Out. And if there's any updates, we'll be watching, listening, and paying attention to you guys. And good luck with everything.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.